a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I am on a mission to help you to step into your power so that you can create the life you desire. Visit me at empoweredlifeprograms.com to learn more. Why, hello, it's Michelle here, and it is Magnificent Monday. And today we're going to be talking about how a soulmate contract can lead to self-sabotage in love. I have talked about this before, I think I have, but I thought, given my focus on relationships at the moment and the fact that so many of my clients with relationship issues or lack of relationship issues have this contract in their records, so their Akashic records, I figured it'd be a good idea to bring that up again now, given my current focus. So what is a soulmate contract? So in a nutshell, it's a promise, I guess, that was made from one person to another, and it can be a mutual promise where you both make the promise to each other that you would basically love each other forever or wait for each other forever. So a common theme I see with my clients is that there was a couple and he's either they weren't able to be together, or one of them has died before the other, or something like that has happened where this promise is made. It's like, I'll wait for you forever. Now, sometimes as well, what happens is, I've had one client where it was a bit unrequited. So she promised to wait for this man forever, and he didn't want a bar of her at all. Like, he didn't want anything to do with her. But she made this promise to him in that lifetime that she would wait for him forever. And it's possible they crossed paths in the lifetimes leading up to this one. But what's really interesting is that for every reading I've done where this comes up, not one of them not one of the other parties has incarnated into this same lifetime at this point in time. So, for example, I've got a female client. She's made a promise to a man 7 lifetimes ago, and he may have made a promise back to her. Yes, we'll wait for each other forever. And she's now living this lifetime, but he hasn't even incarnated into this lifetime. He may have incarnated into previous ones they've had together, but definitely not in this one. Now, what happens when this soulmate contract is in place is that she can put herself on hold to some extent, and it's like she's waiting for him to show up. So what a common theme I see with these women is that they pick unavailable men. They might have an affair with a married man. They may have situations where, there might even be an abusive relationship or something like that. Because on this very deep subconscious level, it's obviously nothing they would do consciously, of course. It's like they're holding out for the guy, and they need to be able to dump the man that's in front of them the second he shows up, this soulmate shows up. And unfortunately, it's never going to happen. So they're basically putting themselves on hold while they wait for Mr. Soulmate Man to turn up into their lives. And yeah, he doesn't exist in this lifetime. So that's probably, this is a really quick one because that's it in a nutshell. But what you'll find, even if they're in a current relationship, they might be married, they may be self-sabotaging, or they might be like finding a lot of fault in their man. And that's because he's not their soulmate, right? As far as they're concerned, and subconsciously as well. So she may pick on him about things he's doing wrong all the time or something like that. And it's just purely because she's waiting out for this other guy to show up that won't. And so she's sort of trying to keep her husband at, or a partner at arm's length, so that she can easily pull away when the time comes. Another massive theme I see is just, and I may have had a soulmate contract in my lifetime because I've picked terrible men in the past. But yeah, she may pick someone and stick around for as long as she possibly can because she's waiting for the other guy. So it's like he becomes her holding pattern space so she can stick with him for a while, so at least she's got someone in her life, and then eventually when the soulmate shows, she can dump and run. So yeah, I'll leave you with that one, but that's a very brief and quick explanation of a soulmate contract and what women can do to self-sabotage in their relationships because of this contract. And one thing I want to make clear is that this is something I do clear within the Akashic records when I'm working with this client. Plus, we also go through a process of stepping out of those patterns that they're currently in so that they don't have to repeat the same situation over and over again, because ultimately we need her to move on from this soulmate and find herself a beautiful love story to write about. And I'll leave you with that.